Hello everybody, this is Swarmlord39 of Almost Cool here with another episode of Danganronpa 2, and we are beginning today our first class trial of the game. So, I have no skills. Probably my own fault. Oh, I can change difficulty here. Anywho, there's nothing really to prepare if I don't have any skills, so we'll just go ahead and proceed right to the class trial.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
Oh. What recommend? Here, you know what? We just started. I'm curious as to why you recommend jumping up the difficulty, but... You know, if we're gonna jump up one, I'd want to jump up both anyway. That's great. We're gonna jump them up. Let's just see how it goes. If I fail, then we can always jump back.
Now then, during the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Such a cruel rule.
Before we begin, I'd like to confirm one thing. Is there really a killer among us?
Most definitely. There's no doubt that the blackened is lurking among you. Such a sad state of affairs, isn't it? By the way, this class trial is gonna be 100% fair, so there's no need to worry. I'm the type who hates favoritism and prejudice. Well, not as much as I hate Monami, of course.
You hate me that much?
Now, let's begin!
You're telling us to begin, but what are we supposed to do?
Okay.
No complaining, let's just settle this with our fists.
Were you even listening to the rules? Didn't that Byakuya bastard get killed in the dining hall, huh? Then everyone there is a fucking suspect.
Yeah, what you're really trying to say is that you're not the killer, right?
No shit. You guys went off on your own and started killing each other. This has nothing to do with me.
Huh? What does that mean?
Anyway, why don't we try talking about the most pressing issue on our minds?
Huh. The most pressing issue on our minds?
Oh no, don't you dare.
Where we found the body.
Okay.
It's very strange to find a body underneath a table.
Then, let's start with that mystery.
Ultimately, we need to find out who murdered him. Provide simple tutorials at every important moment. Eating rude. And they use your truth balls to refute what they say. Well, let me do the slowdown and whatnot. Knife, plus on the table, gaps on the floor. Oh, finally, it's not the answer, but the question is.
Why
the
was
answer is yes.
Byakuya's body in a place like that?
Okay.
His body was underneath the table at the very back of the dining hall.
After the killer murdered Byakuya,
I like the first
they
one's
probably
one of
moved
having.
the body there.
Huh? Why? Obviously, by hiding the body, they tried to delay it like a dog burying a bone!
Yeah.
Why was Byakuya in a place like that?
His body was at the very back of the...
After the killer murdered Byakuya, they probably moved the body there.
Nope.
No, that's wrong.
And I don't know.
No, I don't think the killer moved the body.
Huh? Why? Try to remember what the body looked like when we found it under the table. Though there was a lot of blood everywhere, there was no sign the killer actually dragged the body through it.
So that's why you think it's impossible that the killer moved the body.
Oh, and here I thought I had a genius idea.
Too bad you're so stupid and boring and unpopular. Your life is meaningless.
I respond better to praise, you know.
But if the killer didn't move the body, why was...
Byakuya was
Oops.
probably killed under...
What? You think he was killed under the table?
So Byakuya snuck under the table for reasons unknown, and that's when he was killed.
That's what the knife was then.
Then, shortly thereafter, we found his body under the table.
He went under the table to get the knife.
That does make sense, but
Obviously, he was hiding so he could surprise us.
The hell he was? You
Maybe he panicked.
it's a blackout, not an earthquake. Just 'cause
The reason why is
Probably.
Crap!
No. Reason behind it under the table. Probably. That then?
I can prove it with this.
There we go.
It probably has something to do with the knife we found under the table.
Knife? Oh!
Byakuya probably noticed the knife was hidden there, so in order to get it, he moved under the table.
he was particularly sensitive to the. But how did he notice that there was a knife under the table?
If he knew beforehand, he probably would have done...
Then, instead of knowing about it, like, for example, he might have seen someone trying to take the knife out from under the table.
No, that's not possible.
What?
Of course.
Like one weak spot. There will now be multiple. And trust with everyone, your influence gauge will take damage. Oh, luckily that I'm remembering most of these from, What does it, like, let me
I'm sure
choose which one's
Byakuya
first?
ducked under the table during the blackout.
That sounds correct. If that's the case, during the blackout, Mr. must have seen the killer take.
But it was super pitch black! It was so dark I couldn't see my food!
Byakuya couldn't see in the dark either.
No, that's wrong!
That one was easy.
No.
I'm used to how it ended in there.
Able to see in the dark.
Why do you say that?
He was using those night vision goggles we found under the table. He could have seen what was happening.
So, are you saying Byakuya was the...
Yeah, that's in.
Your reasoning is out of focus.
Whoa! That's different.
No, that's obviously wrong. It should be...
Other way around?
Seriously? The killer used those...
Yeah. You know, rebuttal showdown. The left. Oh dear. Hold on a second. I'm going to pull up. First trial because it never. Oh, hold on. Probably won't help, but I'm gonna try something real quick. No, that's not helping. Well, okay. That didn't help. So... Okay, well, use them as usual. It's 1v1 non-stop with a different way to aim. Okay. Got it. Okay.
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
What?
Damn it! If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
What?
Damn it! If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
Oh.
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night. That's gotta be it.
I have to cut the light.
If you just use the killer obviously used those night vision. That's gotta be it.
Okay.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Okay, here we go.
They used night vision. Then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, that's what happened. So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
What?
Crap. Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even if, I mean, in reality, that's so those goggles were planned. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Allow me to cut through those words.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
No, Byakuya was definitely the one who brought those night vision goggles.
I'll admit, I got annoyed by that because it's trying to get me. Apparently, it just auto-detected my controller that I leave plugged in on my computer, despite the fact that I've been using the mouse and keyboard the whole time. So I've been trying to figure out which button corresponds to what, and that. Well, I should be better off now.
Definitely.
Inside the Duralumin case, we found a smaller case for storing the night.
Which means we can assume. Woohoo! I said assume.
Plus, Byakuya was the only one, since he was carrying it around before the blackout in the first place.
I see.
Then, was that night if there were night vision goggles inside?
It was.
I am weird, aren't I?
Ooh, you.
No.
I see! There was duct tape left under the table where the body was found. Huh? They probably hid the knife by duct taping it to the underside of the table.
Oh, so.
Though Byakuya was thorough, even he couldn't have noticed a weapon taped to the underside of the table.
This may be off topic. Not only did he bring a self-defense kit.
That's true.
Now that you mention it, it's one thing to be a little cautious.
He probably knew.
Are you saying he predicted the murder?
You think so too?
And now we pull out the murder threat.
I can prove it with this. Everyone, can you please...
Hey, the hell is this? Hajime and I found this in Byakuya's cottage.
It looks like a threatening letter someone sent to him.
So, who's the someone?
Nobody besides Monokuma would write such a dumb, threatening letter like that.
Wasn't me!
Are you sure?
The only lies I tell.
Those are still lies.
It doesn't matter who wrote it yet.
He probably decided to... What do you mean? By gathering everyone in one place. And try to create a situation where, in doing so,
He tried to put the writer of the letter in a situation where they couldn't. But the letter might have been just a.
As long as he was determined not to let any of us die, his strong sense of responsibility.
You should have told us.
If he had, we would have panicked.
So, he tried to. I see. Screw that noise!
Well,
Oh my gosh.
Enough of.
if they were willing to come forward, they never would have.
What is it, miss?
I regret that I must return to this. If Byakuya was indeed wearing those goggles.
You're right. They wouldn't have been able to see any. But if the murderer had the goggles when they took the knife.
Even if the knife bore some sort of mark.
I see!
Glowing paint.
What if the glowing paint was the mark? With that, you'd be. In actuality, the knife we found and the duct tape stuck to the underside.
Does that mean the painting them with glowing paint? If they had to have already known. Which means whoever set up the.
That seals it. The killer is who. Which means it.
Echo killed poor Byakuya!
I'm not the killer.
Oh,
How can you believe?
With Echo's.
I don't care about a technicality like.
No. Blue colored weak spots. Argue spots. 3 spots. Oh my gosh. Oh, oh, frick. Okay, which... Nope.
She could have caused the blackout at any time!
Alright, Nekomaru?
Huh? Why is it impossible?
because I was not in the office. Not even before the blackout.
I agree with that.
Huh. Interesting twist.
No, I think Pekka is telling the truth. And yeah, it's nothing like that at all. Nekomaru's account is actually Pekko's alibi.
It's true. Someone was occupying the bathroom for a long time shortly after the party started. And it was finally freed up after Byakuya's body was discovered.
Then the person who was.
Everyone else besides Pekka was in the dining.
I see. So there's no way any.
You locked yourself in the commode?
There's no way she'd actually say that.
She locked herself in the bathroom for that.
Hey, weren't you guys taught any basic manners?
Yeah, we get it.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. How about we...
Don't worry. The smell wasn't that.
I said it's fine.
But still, you were in the bathroom for a really long time. Did you get food poisoning or something?
As soon as I stepped into the office, I felt this sudden rush of pain in my stomach.
Oh.
Because of that,
Hey, how did it feel? Seriously, stop it.
But still, you're
Hey, what's the deal? Don't butt.
I'm only butting in because you fucking idiots are out of your element.
Stop this childish nonsense.
What I mean is it possible?
Laxatives?
Oh my gosh, was my first guess actually
If
correct?
so, the killer could have.
Oh my
tripped the bite-
gosh.
I see.
Except for, I'm torn now. I'm starting to get torn again. I just. Oh dear. So just want to see what the party dishes were. I and Pekka were the only ones who ate them.
I don't remember eating anything weird.
Now that you mention it, you brought food to the office, right?
just a little bit from the dining hall.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
No, that's wrong!
Because someone else ate it too.
No, it's impossible that laxatives.
Okay,
will
so
seep
no,
into
that
the
was-
food in the dining hall.
So never mind. Already dropped that. Already dropped my
Because
thing.
Pekka wasn't the only one who.
If the food had laxatives in it,
I feel totally fine.
Like I said, the dishes are innocent.
I apologize.
Fuyuhiko should apologize, not you.
What the fuck did you?
Cease this bickering!
Let's just dismiss Pecco's stomachache as a coincidence.
Yeah. We already know that, you trashy skank. You don't have to.
Trashy skank?
Hang on, itself was what's actually important. And this is where... Iron's in the storage room?
Who tripped the breaker and how did they do it? If you can't answer that, I'm gonna bop you on the head.
Did they throw a stone and hit it?
Maybe they used a remote control?
They probably messed with the breaker.
It does not have to be the breaker.
They may have tampered with the power supply and transmitters.
Dang it.
Crap!
Who tripped the breaker? If you
Okay,
can't
that
answer
was my
did they
bad.
throw a
Maybe they used a remote.
They probably. It does not have to be. They may have tampered. Or maybe they caused a power surge?
There we go.
I agree with that.
That's the one I was looking for. I don't know why I thought.
It's just as Mahiru said. Of course, that's not a coincidence. Which is why those 3 irons were... When you found them right after the blackout, the irons were still on, right?
So by leaving those irons on in the storage.
Yeah. It seems...
Stupid fool! Hold on a second.
What the heck?
You say the irons in the... That's inexcusable!
Either that or the iron.
If the irons in the storage room caused the blackout, then for the killer to turn the irons on, you're saying they went all the way to the storage? Then that means everyone who, when the blackout occurred, can't be a suspect.
No, just because people were in the dining hall doesn't mean they're not a suspect.
But the people in the dining hall, if the iron, then the killer had to go to the storage room and turn on the iron. Now do you intend to take back what you said?
I accidentally sliced.
But the people in the dining hall, if the irons caused the blackout.
Allow me to cut through those words.
That line is just gonna sound
The
so
irons are
cheesy.
Just one reason the blackout occurred, but they weren't the direct trigger.
Oops, hold on. Sorry.
The direct trigger was when the air conditioners in the dining hall and office clicked on.
Air conditioners!
The timers for both air conditioners were set to 11:30 p.m.
11:30 p.m.
I see. When the timers act, I see. I understand.
Indubitably?
They probably checked the old building's energy usage in advance. So once they set the air conditioner's timers, they just had...
If so, even if Pekka was in the office, it still would have been possible.
Indubitably?
Regarding the energy usage, they probably have...
Dun dun dun!
Is she right? Such a hateful...
1,000, you say? Shut up!
I couldn't have prevented the blackout even if I was in the office. I could have reset the breaker in time.
No. The breaker in the office. Resetting the breaker in that darkness would have been impossible.
Sounds like you don't need to blame.
Even so, the killer is so sly.
It's alright. Because they're just a petty killer. There's no way everybody will lose now. In the end...
Nagito?
Huh?
Well, you have been saying this whole...
Oh, is that so? Well, for now, we found out how the blackout occurred. But anybody could have hid and setting up the irons in the storage room. What a shame.
What are you...
He's just saying, after all this time, we still haven't made any progress.
Huh? Even though...
Unfortunately, despite the fact that we've discussed this, but that might be because...
You're changing your story again?
Anyway, I have an idea. Has anyone thought about our... Instead of surviving by doubting others,
Oh my gosh.
Nagito, there's definitely something wrong with you.
You guys suspecting each other like... Let's stop this already. I can't stand this anymore.
Me too. Stop it.
Everyone calm down.
We're all friends.
Ow!
There's no way...
Then why did Byakuya die?
Who cares? There are no clues that...
That's wrong. I think.
Did you say something?
'Cause we've already found a
You know who the killer is?
The killer? I don't.
I see.
First of all, let's try thinking about how.
Didn't we already cover that?
No, not that.
Or how the killer got close to that table.
Let's try examining the situation.
The diagram of where everyone was standing.
Here!
I get it right?
The killer must have used the desk lamp to move to that table in the dark.
Ah.
Desk lamp.
There was a blackout.
I can prove it with this.
Okay, now I've gotten
Turn
into the
desk
swing of
lamp
things.
on. They used its power cord.
Power cord?
They could have felt their way to that table using the power cord, right? By doing that, the killer was able to move to the table and use the glowing paint to find the knife.
And
Ooh.
Oh, it was my second guess.
You're the only one! Nagito, it was you, wasn't it?
Me?
Judging from everyone's positions before the blackout, the only person near the power cord was you.
Which means the only one who could have felt their way to the table using the power cord was Nagito!
That's just a coincidence.
but still, you had a chance, right? A chance to hide the knife under the table?
When he was cleaning.
I see! Nagito, weren't you cleaning the dining hall all morning? If so, you would have had a chance to hide the knife.
That's...
If you factor in the power cord and the time you spent cleaning, you're the only one who could have done it.
Seriously! That's all just a coincidence!
If it was just one coincidence, I wonder, could it be?
Did you...
Now that you mention it, Nagito did prepare the drawing to pick who cleaned the dining hall.
You rigged the drawing, didn't you? I don't know if you're the killer or not.
If that's the case, that strange speech you made...
You got us to lower our guard and try...
Well, just admit it already.
Nagito, tell me you object to this. We investigated together. Nagito, say something!
Oh, wow. I mean... to be fair, I did say early on, I didn't really like the idea of hanging out with him. He seemed like it was a bad... He seemed like it was an off version of Makoto, and it seems like, yeah, he was just acting like... I think it was just trying to act like Makoto to throw us off.
The Ultimates are working together to combat the despair of their friend's death! How wonderful!
Huh?
Let's cut to the chase. You're correct. I'm the one who hid the knife under the table.
Okay.
I'm the one who used the power.
Okay.
And of course, after all, there's no way I'd knowingly...
Is it just...
But I never... Because of that, we had ourselves... But with a twist ending like this... Byakuya performed admirably. Just stop it already!
Don't tell me.
Me? Lie? That I understand better than anyone. Too arrogant to have dreams or cling to hope. I've made peace with the fact that I'm a lowly, stupid, insignificant human.
Holy crap! He's totally the type of guy who's been...
He seems like the sort of person whose eyes light up.
That's quite the hobby you have there.
Hey, Nagito. If you were behind...
Maybe why he would know checking in
There's
Byakuya's
nobody
cottage.
else on this island whose handwriting is that painful to look at.
But why would you send a threatening letter?
I think... somewhere... Well, I bet if that really was my reason...
Are you making fun of us?
By threatening Byakuya, Nagi... In doing so, Nagito was able to manipulate...
Okay, I'm really
everyone
liking
to see where the
Chiaki.
murder
She's
was.
done a lot already.
That reminds me.
Oh, I get it. If Pekka was guard...
The threatening letter, along with all your...
Yep, that's true.
Huh?
I didn't need to rig the drawing for...
If that's true, then...
I see. Well...
He's the ultimate lucky student.
I see!
You're the ultimate lucky student. Then, did you?
That's right. I just trusted my luck. I trusted I'd be picked for cleaning duty.
You just relied on your luck?
It's not just luck. It's true my talent sucks. But I'm still the ultimate lucky student, you know? At the time, Hajime said I wasn't lucky. But it was actually the opposite.
Opposite.
I was lucky. That's why I got picked.
Yep.
Enough. That... More importantly, why did you kill Byakuya?
Byakuya was a very capable leader. For someone like him to get killed, oh, the despair it brings. It's only fitting that you symbols of hope should use his death as a stepping stone to That was my only motivation.
You're not making any sense!
Fine, let's start the damn photo.
Please! Monaku! Please!
Huh?
Is Nagito...
What?
What are you...
I already know that, but... If it's only a little, then keep your mouth shut.
For now,
But
Simply, however.
Oh my
I
gosh.
want this to end with
It's a
mere
twist.
play. Now then.
It's a white noise. You won't be able to shoot down the white noise. That'll be explained later. Really? This is where we get brought in. Oh my gosh.
I think it's strange that...
The killer is so obviously Nagito!
he has already confessed.
You know...
That bastard Nagito is the... He killed Byakuya with the knife he hid.
no, that's wrong.
So it is gonna be the floorboards.
That knife might not be the murder weapon.
What the hell are you talking about?
But, based on the entry...
5 millimeters in diameter? That's like...
Hey, that better be true.
Hey! Why are you threatening her?
Is this what you're trying? As long as we can't prove that...
What do you say?
Hey, don't blame...
Hey, Nagito. Like, during the blackout, did something happen?
Who knows?
After all this,
Jeez, the moment your back's against...
What happened? Ugh! If you cry...
Don't get distracted.
Huh? Who's like...
Seriously, how long is it gonna take for you to understand the damn rule?
Nobody can see in the dark. Don't you think that's a pretty clever metaphor?
No, that's not it.
Not it.
Where is her thing?
I can prove it with this.
There we go.
Even if we couldn't see what happened in the dark. Isn't that right?
Oh, reals?
You were the one who told me, remember?
Everyone, don't
What the hell?
Ow!
turn the damn lights on!
You guys?
Perhaps the...
Hold on a sec. Such perceptive hearing. Impressed?
It's a good thing your ears are awesome because your
You've got me deep.
However,
What the hell? This is...
Ow!
it almost sounds like...
Well, that... As a sign of respect, I was actually shoved out from under the table by Byakuya. Just as the blackout occurred. But Byakuya, wearing his knife... That's right.
And
What the hell? This is...
Ow! After getting shoved out from... I lost sight of the glowing paint. Before I realized it, the light...
Are you saying you're...
From the very beginning, hiding the knife... But unfortunately, my plan failed. What happened after that? You failed?
Then we're right back to square.
How can that be?
Meaninglessness. But you can't give up. Rising to the challenge again.
No. Suspended? What?
Well now. Now then.
Oh, jeez. My question is, what happens if you guess the killer, and what happens if... What does... Because $10 billion obviously doesn't work. But, and at this point... Wonderful twist, it wasn't Nagito. Which means it's one of two people. No, not one or two people. Also, the problem is that wonderfully, I'm just gonna save here and move on because I don't trust that. I don't trust the challenge, and well, yeah, I don't trust the challenge, and I don't know what I would get as a reward out of it, since I'll be honest. I changed my guess to Nagito, but the whole under the floorboards thing gotta be it. No, in that case. What's the B button? Oh, never mind, it won't let me.
And of yours, so...
Okay, never mind. I guess it wasn't gonna let me regardless. Okay, so we're gonna save here. I kind of want to try to continue because I don't know how long it will take, and doing it all in one episode for the first time might actually be a good way to find out.
I'm Monami.
Oh my gosh.
Leader Byakuya got no buzz. So do your best.
Well, what? If the
We're gonna
knife
say
isn't the
regularly.
murder weapon,
Shut up!
You say you were
That's right. Even if a different weapon was used, it does not mean.
Based on what we've discussed.
Is there
Something
something?
on the table.
Well,
nobody's ever complimented me on my.
Because there's no blood.
I see.
Are you trying to say something like,
yes! Because under there were even bloodstains.
Yeah.
If he stabbed Byakuya to death,
I didn't get any blood on me.
You just used something to block.
Something that might have been used to block.
I can prove it with this. You're talking about the bloodstained tablecloth.
If there are bloodstains on it, that's settled.
But that was found in the storage room, right?
You mean after the lights came back on?
That's true. The tablecloth was pretty.
Wearing a tablecloth, going under the. That's not just impossible for someone like me.
Then
Maybe the killer didn't necessarily.
No. There's
Even the inside of the tablecloth. But that doesn't mean where Byakuya got stabbed and where the killer did the stabbing are the same, right?
I don't understand.
Huh?
Different?
I feel like I'm onto something.
Under the table, but not under. Moving forward, we should put it.
Yeah, no, it's improvised Hangman's Gambit. Catch and release. Oh boy. Now I'm gonna have to recheck once it. Catch and release. Oh boy, what's the Y? I don't know what the Y button's gonna be. Okay. Oh, frick. Frick. Very different way to do this. Dang it. Wrong button. There we go. That was different. Different than the last game. Hey.
I got it! The killer must... The floorboards in the old building are full of... If they stuck the weapon through one of the gaps...
If so, that means the...
I don't know that yet, but...
Oh, he knows.
You're the only one. Hey, Gundam.
Are you referring to...
About that...
I said...
About that Hellhound earring.
Just, however, it's just as the old
Is it safe to say that... Huh? Gundam wasn't wearing an... And if he
Now he is.
Then that means Gundam was able to retrieve...
So...
But I am different. Truly. Before the might of...
What should I do? I'm...
Oh! Man! Fine. I shall tell you all...
Beneath the
One of
stacked
my
boxes.
4 dark devas of destruction. A secret passage of doom. After securing a lighter from the supermarket, I threw... And as a result of that lonesome...
There he goes, blabbing about power and...
Anyway, it sounds like you can go under the...
Then that has to be how the killer did it. If the space beneath the floor is empty, it's not that far to move from the storage room to the dining hall.
I see. If they pass through the storage room, I understand.
The killer lurked under the floorboard.
Are you sure?
You don't like stab, stab, stab?
No, I'm not talking about... You're saying they snuck under the floorboards, so was there anyone...
Then whoever wasn't at the party is the killer.
Who wasn't at the party?
I didn't participate, but...
Yes! This morning, Neo.
I believe there's no need to discuss...
I was in the kitchen for a long time, but I frequently...
Judging from the photo I took before the blackout... It obviously has to be him.
Hold on, who have we seen so far? With that. Okay. No, it wasn't him. Or him, obviously. He was there. He was there. He wasn't, but he said he was in there frequently. He was there. We know he wasn't, but we also know that he didn't come in the building. She wasn't, but we knew who she was. Was it her? I would need to check the photos again, but she took them. And we know more about all of them. Did I just miss her in the picture? No, she's right there. Duh. So then, well, we know it's not him.
Yay!
What the fuck?
Oh, really? What happened?
Don't mess with me!
See?
Yep, that's right.
Well, you're allowed to use the silencer. Okay. Make your argument. Chiaki's account this time.
During the party, the killer was lurking under the floor like a cockroach.
And they could have stared at panties all day. Without going to the storage room.
Is that true, Fuyuhiko?
Don't act like I'm the fucking killer!
But when the party started, nobody saw you, you know? That means you have no alibi.
No, that's wrong.
There we go. Knew how that one was coming.
No, Fuyuhiko definitely.
Oh, you're right. I saw Fuyuhiko after the party started.
You should have said that.
It's still your fault. Like,
Maybe there really is a secret passage. What'd you say? Oh, no!
Wow, he got.
Regardless, it's impossible to go under the floor.
then someone definitely went under the floorboards.
During the party. Well, if someone disappeared during the black.
But walking down that dark hallway to the storage room is like trying to make Eggs Benedict without any eggs.
You're right. I couldn't even see the office in that darkness.
But is it really impossible? It might be better if we examine that
It was super dark, you know?
It appears with the blackened or the spotless.
Oh boy.
The hallway was really dark during the blackout. Moving to the storage room like that is like making a seafood bowl without fish.
Is it really not possible?
What if they used a string like the cord?
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut. What if they used a light?
It definitely sounds impossible.
The hallway was really dark during the blackout. Moving to the storage room like that is like making...
Hold on, what is this? Where's the... fire door? Iron plate for barbecue and a portal stoper.
Is it really not possible?
What if they used a string like the cord?
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my... What if they used a light?
I agree with that.
So hey!
I know.
Oh, I was right? But where could they have found a light?
There was one nearby for sure.
Also, iron plates for here, and even a portable stove.
It's the portable stove. The portable stove isn't powered by electricity, and it's also so. The killer used the portable stove to move from the hallway to the storage.
I see. I never.
Oh. Oh, I wasn't making a perverted joke.
Repeating yourself just makes it even.
Now then, Hajime. No, that's wrong. Will you be able to Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned. It contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony?
I can't.
Can't back down!
What?
Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned. It contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony?
I don't doubt what Kazuichi said. What are you trying to say?
The reason Kazuichi could was because the hallway was so if a light was shining in such a dark hallway.
Nope.
Crap! The reason Kazuichi couldn't see it was because the hallway was dark. So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway, wouldn't Kazuichi, after all, he was walking near the hallway, right?
Damn it!
Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned. It contradicts his testimony.
Wow, okay.
Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony? I can't back down!
Okay.
I don't doubt what Kazuichi said.
This is not...
What are you trying to say?
It's definitely made more for a controller than for a keyboard.
The reason Kazuichi couldn't see was because the hallway was dark, right? So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway, wouldn't Kazuichi have... After all, he was walking near the hallway, right? The reason Kazuichi couldn't see was because the hallway was dark, right? So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway...
I hit the wrong button again.
Wouldn't Kazuichi have seen it?
There we go.
Cut through those words!
Oh my gosh.
Nagito, did you forget?
Huh?
There should have been a wall that blocked light. I'm talking about the fire door in the... If you close it, it would form a perfect wall in the hallway. Plus, the hallway rounds a corner, so even if there was a small gap in the door, as long as they passed the corner, the light...
I see. Oh.
Who cares about that right now?
Nagito, what are you plotting?
You sound so scary. You sure like to piss us off.
Hey! It's okay if, more importantly, can you...
Fine, I get it. You're telling... We're going to ask the real killer, not an imposter. If you think I am, whatever conclusion you ultimates...
It's... So wait, wait. Oh my gosh. It had to... Is it him?
You're the only one!
It is him! My first guess was right!
Huh? What? What are you
My first guess was right!
Teru's the killer.
What are you talking about? There's no way! Of course, that's simply my assumption. Objection on... Because the portable... That's it? That's your crew...
For the ultimate,
Call me...
if you fall to aspersions like that's right. For the...
For all the wrong reasons, but yes. I got it right for all the wrong reasons.
So, what's an as? Did you know asbestos is yummy too?
Nagito, why are you...
Let's assume that the killer used a light, and that they moved to the... It's dark under the floorboards. You're not gonna say they shined the light on Byakuya, right?
That's right.
There's no way you can answer, right? You person...
If that's the case, then Gundam should know.
No. The only thing I found was a strange liquid shining in the darkness.
What? That sounds super.
If there was a shining mark like that,
And in doing so,
Isn't that...
I can prove it with
It
this.
was the paint on the knife.
The mark you're talking about is the glowing paint that was applied to the knife, right?
Ah, by using the glow...
I see. The killer didn't target an actual person. They just
that would be the moment someone grabbed a hold of the knife.
So, the killer... I see.
But if they were able to do that,
Well,
Seriously? I don't...
Then can I ask everyone a question instead?
You... Now...
If Teru is the killer, and just what did Ibuki hear during the blackout?
What the hell?
Ow!
Turn the damn light...
You guys? Where are you?
She heard.
Doesn't that prove Teru...
That's...
But Teru was in the kitchen the moment the blackout occurred, right?
I thought the blackout was... Of course, the hallway was dark too.
well, it's not that far.
That sounds if I remember correctly. So, if you want...
No way! But I heard Teru's voice in the dining...
That's right. Teru was...
No. Why do you want to keep falsely accusing me? It's not like I want to...
You should be so proud of yourself. Now, Hajime.
Oh, jeez.
Let me ask you again. Did you go to the storage room during...
There's no way I went to the storage room. I was somewhere totally different.
I definitely heard Teru's voice. It's handsome, unlike his face.
Maybe it was recording or something?
Nope, definitely a live voice.
Right. As long as I have her the fact that I was in the dining hall cannot be disputed. I'll shoot through that.
There we go. I caught it.
Just because we heard Teru's voice in the... Huh? Remember the floor in the dining hall? So even if you shouted from under the floor, it should have sounded just like the voices in the dining hall. But...
I see. Is that true, Teru?
Can you explain this, Teru?
I told you to wait a second, ain't I? What are y'all even saying anymore? I'm telling you, I was in that there dining hall during the blackout.
Where are you from again?
Ooh, I was born in West Asabu and raised in South Aoyama.
Hey, you guys! This guy's a major If Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout...
Well, I believe so.
Huh? What?
I sure was.
Something like this shouldn't be decided.
Damn right! You guys should have been...
His accent is getting even worse!
However, I am not sure.
No!
Why don't we consult his memories?
Gosh, yeah, don't be saying things like that, don't... Probably...
I don't know for sure.
I can prove it with
That!
If you're claiming that you were in the dump, then you should know how Mikan was positioned at the time, right?
Oh my gosh. Using that... Wow.
What? Don't make me remember. It's so embarrassing.
No. This is a... Well, Teru? If you were... Huh?
Because he's the perv.
It was a pretty clever way of tripping. There's no way you'd forget about it so easily.
I'm sorry. How about it?
Huh?
There's no way it would slip from your mind, especially not a pervert like you.
Is the character I hated the most out of all of them actually the first murderer?
Even so... Nagito! Say something! Wait, give up.
Teru. It's lonely watching someone I admire reach the...
Nagito, what are you doing? Hold on a sec, don't go moving this along.
Huh?
But the murder weapon hadn't been cleared up yet.
It's no use. It appears he's saying...
You understand him?
But it's such a sad defense.
Oh, you calling me the killer, then where's the weapon?
Come on, Manumi.
He's
Weapon, huh?
judging from Byakuya's...
Also, if they stab from under...
After all this...
Not good enough! Not good enough at all!
He said... No,
Yeah.
fine, I got it.
Wanna do it?
What?
It was one of the skewers. Another Hangman's Gambit. Wonderful. Oh. It's a meat skewer. Right? I'm not seeing an M anywhere in here, which means that it's not a... Crap, I don't know what the first... Doesn't start with an N. I don't remember what it was called. I seriously don't remember what it was called. Really? Okay, wow. So they made sure to note the material. Okay. Sorry if you got frustrated with that. It was I'm guessing it's gonna take a bit for the for what you're seeing and what I'm going through to catch up. Dang it. Come on. Dang it. I ran out of time. Dang it. Crap, crap, crap. Really? You're kidding. Yes, I'd like to retry.
Never give up.
Please and thank you. Because it took me way too long. I didn't get iron for I'd forgotten that I thought it was a meat skewer initially. Hence why I took so long, and so I wasted several minutes just trying to get meat, and then it never came up. I mean, yeah, I can understand why no one likes it. At least the old one gave you like a fair enough amount of time. Oh, gosh dang it! There we go. I don't know why I was thinking, oh. There we go.
I got it.
See, even when I knew what the answer was from the top to the bottom, it took me almost 45 seconds to get it.
That's it. The weapon must be the iron skewer.
Huh?
Before the party, as
soon as you get one iron skewer missing.
So that missing iron.
An iron skewer with.
Hey, Teru Teru.
Avo, huh? Did he?
He's just saying random shit to fuck with us.
This school trip has a no littering.
Island sirens?
Too much regenerated, the whole thing is too slow, yeah.
Also, I was on, which means it's probably the kid.
Teru Teru. Oh.
Our opponent is surrounded by soul shields and simply will not listen to what you have to say. For the soul shield, high-speed view battle where you beat down a panic opponent, excuses and nonsense. That's the bullet time battle. Panic talk action. GTA. Enjoy your while following a tempo of the song. Second and the final argument. Or else we just laid on the bottom left, on the top, bottom, left, and right of the screen. Oh, you're kidding me!
Oh. What the hell you was saying, you doing color hit?
He said, I guess we have no
I'm not hiding that dick.
He said,
I'm hiding that dick. I'm not hiding it. Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Unforgivable! I don't know! Nonsense! Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Unforgivable! I don't know!
Okay.
Nonsense! Unforgivable! Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Where would the weapon be? This is the end!
He did point that. That's kind of a very
Iron
specific place.
skewer have been hidden. What are you saying?
That's clearly
Impossible. That's what Byakuya. But in fact, the only place you could. Out of all the dishes you prepared, the meat on the.
Yeah.
What now?
I'm using my right.
there's no way that we need to
So if we eat that tasty looking.
All right. Monaco,
1 minute.
Hold on a sec.
what are you doing?
Huh? I'm. A bear that eats. Wait. No. Damn it! I've never eaten anything like it in my entire life. This. My. Look what came out.
Is that? Check it out. The handle looks like it's made of bone.
The sword of destruction.
As expected of Teru.
You're wrong. I'm not the killer. I'm not the. I got it. You all sent me.
Jeez, such an unseemly defense for an old.
Hey, Nagito.
He said, you're
Yep.
You don't need to translate anymore. I guess we need to settle. To do that, we need to go over the.
Make sure go over the entire incident. Yep.
So,
Closing argument. A little bit on the last game, in the first game, they had at one point this happen somewhere in the middle of the final trial. I loved that little detail, how the closing argument was not actually at the very end. It's basically the same concept. Oh, wow. So, yeah, that's what it is. Okay, this is a little bit of an interesting twist. Last stock.
Here's everything that happened in
And they
this
did give me
case.
plenty of time on this one. So
Let's try going over the whole incident.
first in the Hangman's Gambit. This is considered an improvement. Yeah, this is an improvement. The Hangman's Gambit was definitely not.
Byakuya had us gather in the dining hall of the old building near the hotel. He was extra cautious about a murder occurring that night.
And the fact that it tells you right away when something's wrong is.
Therefore,
But it gives
he
you hints
decided to throw a
in
party
place.
so he could monitor us. Though one person didn't come, the rest of us assembled at the dining hall. But at that time, the trap set by... They plugged 3 irons into the outlets in the storage room, which nearly capped the power usage. Additionally, they prepared
Yep.
the air conditioners in the office thanks to the irons maxing out the power usage.
She's just still eating.
Since the windows in the old building were covered. But when that happened, Byakuya took it. That item, Byakuya was so concerned about a murder when he put on his night vision goggles. He saw Nagito guiding himself with the desk. That's right. Everything up. The murder warning to Byakuya, the source of the... While the blackout was happening, someone else, the real killer... The killer probably already knew about Nagito's plan, so they knew a blackout was coming. That's why the killer prepared all the items they would need to commit their crime in the dark beforehand. They needed a light source, which was provided by the portable stove in the kitchen. They needed a weapon, too.
Skewer in the...
The long iron skewer used in the churrasco dish. The killer hid that with the weapon and portable stove in hand. First, they closed the fire door in the hallway, so...
Yep.
Then, guided by the light, That's right, a tablecloth to block the blood splatter. With this, the killer finished their preparations and they probably turned off the portable cooking stove at that point. The floor in the dining hall is full of gaps. But thanks to the glowing mark they painted, under the table, Byakuya. If only he had retreated, he had to retrieve that knife. The killer lurking beneath the floorboard. The killer had been waiting in the dark for the moment when the glowing paint began to move. After they murdered Byakuya, the killer purposefully shouted from beneath the floorboards to make it seem like they were still in the dining hall. Afterward, they came out from underneath the floorboards and rushed back to the kitchen. And then, after hiding the murder weapon in the kitchen, they rejoined the group as if nothing had happened. There's only one person who would have, especially if that person is someone who'd think of an unexpected way to hide a weapon inside food. Isn't that right, Teru Hanamura?
We finally are getting we got rid of him in the first case.
How about it? Did I get
Or
anything
he
wrong?
was the one that that's the murderer in the first case. I am very, very grateful.
This is what.
It seems.
The 2 points where I got overall B mark. Huh. My detail. Oh. Missteps. 27 missteps. That was the first Hangman's Gambit. This was the second one. I see.
Oops! I lost control of my. Well, putting that aside, now then. Oh, just a reminder: if you don't vote, who will be chosen as the Blackened?
How he only calls the vote either whenever it's going to be voted for the player character or the person who actually did it. He'll never call a vote anywhere else in there. Last trial end. And now we see the first execution. Which is apparently way more over the top and a lot less... Or way more over the top and not in a good way than the,
No. You've got it wrong. Hey!
Oh.
You caught me?
Hey! Impossible!
Well... Amazing!
Oh my gosh. He is... messed up.
No. See?
You're kidding, right? Man.
Oh my gosh.
No way!
Hey.
I feel bad for the pervert. Dang it! How did they make it where I'm actually now feeling bad for him? I'm feeling bad for him too. Why? How did you manage this? I'm feeling somewhat bad for him. This hasn't been any of the ones from the first game. Any of the guys from the first game.
See? Don't fuck with me! What? Amazing!
He is...
Great! What's going on?
What's going on?
You know,
That's wrong. So...
Mondo Lawless and killing.
What? What? You're right. Hey!
However,
Supposed to take the knife.
Whoa!
nope.
No?
Perhaps.
What?
See?
He didn't want anyone to become a
I
victim.
will guide you all.
Why?
Such despair.
No way.
Someone like me?
What the heck?
How unexpected. Well,
Oh, we the other kid.
isn't that right? Right? Man. Great! Impossible! Shut up! Shut up! Hey!
I won't be surprised. I'll be surprised if he actually doesn't die before the end.
Huh?
What's the matter?
I can punishment awaits them.
No!
Hey!
Unintentional murder, still a murder.
Hey!
Impossible!
That... Hey!
Why you?
Roll!
Hmm. Whew.
No.
I said that about Toko. I'm not sure which part I'm not sure which part you're saying.
That is.
Oh right, you mean person? I'm gonna guess that that you were saying about the person surviving. I'll be really surprised if they survived to the end, and then Toko survived to the end.
Why? Answer me.
I needed to go back.
Okay, I'm going now. When I come back, I think we should talk again about opening an Aoyama and Azabu location.
Oh my, you're still talking about that?
Oh, I'm serious. The Academy
Raj
guarantees
the
success for
Genocide
its
Jack.
graduates.
Yeah, no, I did. I really did. And then they survived. Gosh, dang it.
So?
I hope that's not gonna happen
I know
again.
It's gonna be difficult by.
Yes, then I'll just have to do my best to keep the Hanamura Diner from going out of business until then.
Mom, you don't have to work.
I'll be fine. I won't lose to some illness.
That's why I need to go home. Hey! Damn it! That's why I wanted to go home!
Oh, jeez.
Fine.
I'm sorry. I think I'm the one.
So, yoo-hoo! You can't! Jeez, get out of my way! Well now.
Wait.
Now then, I've prepared a
Hey, please.
Let's give it
Lie.
Well, here we go. Let's see what it's got. Deep frying him? Except for that's a helicopter. Is this the missile one that I think we... What? Really? I can see why it's over the top.
extreme!
Damn it!
Wow.
How cruel.
That.
No.
What are you saying?
Nice. Hmm?
Also promise. Right, you right.
Bastard!
Oh.
Not... Of course.
Huh?
So cruel!
Jeez.
Then... Stupid!
Such despair.
You.
Crap!
Nope. Don't fuck with me! What? Someone like me? Hey. Great!
Oh, jeez.
Hey!
Well... This is exciting!
You pissed me off.
What? How unfortunate. Isn't that right? Hey.
Don't know anything about each other's true nature.
Wait!
Feel free to punch him.
Please stop!
Yes.
Please listen!
Let me.
Best.
Well,
Sure, so we never have to come back here again.
perhaps. I am sorry! Yes.
Like...
Jeez.
Well? Right? But...
I'm gonna do it!
Fine. Best new. Thus, we finish. And it did. Yeah, I should have. I should have broken it back then. I'll know the next time they do. Next time they break the class trial, that I'll break it then. But I'd be able to go home.
Is someone watching me?
What? Okay. Well then. Lost 2 people. Yes, we want to save. Alrighty, everybody. Well, this is where we're gonna wrap it up here, because that's the end of the chapter, and it's getting late. I don't think that I'll be able to keep streaming, or I'd have to interrupt in the middle of it, and yada yada yada. Anywho, hope you guys all enjoyed the episode, and next time we'll be back with the beginnings of chapter 2 and everything that goes along with that. So, until next time, see you all later. Bye-bye.